Here are 5 altcoins I think everybody should have in their portfolio, or at least look into. I should preface this by saying 5 coins is not a lot, because in this cryptocurrency world, you've got so many different sectors. You've got yourself meme coins, AI coins, gaming coins. They all serve a slightly different purpose, and they all have the potential to turn $1 into $1,000 and $1,000 into millions. It is possible, I've seen it happen, and I know for a fact that the coins we'll be covering on this channel are at least worth looking into. And when I say that, I mean there will obviously be different coins that do better, but you can never know for certain which one is the best. So in my honest opinion, the most important thing to look for is which coins have a very high likelihood of doing good, and focus on those. If you do not have the time to fully immerse yourself in this crypto world 24/7 and actively trade and actively rebalance your portfolio every day, every week, or every couple of hours. If you just want 5 coins to at least look into, then make sure you press the like button on this video, and let's dive right in. So like I was saying, there are a ton of different sectors, but I'm just gonna have to pick a few that if, I can only pick 5, I would definitely have in there. And the first coin I'll mention has unfortunately already pumped 40% today. So I should have definitely made this video yesterday, but it's Beam. Beam is by far one of the most hyped up coins of the year. As you can see, it's up 70% this month, but since we had some massive dumps recently, it's up only 22% this week. And at its position of 65 in the market cap rankings, I still believe they've got some good potential to keep climbing up to a sub 50 position, if not higher. And ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. We are not looking for coins very low down the rankings that have a, oh, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We're looking for some coins here that have a very high likelihood to do well. These coins are not your best performers, because the smaller the coin is, the more risky it gets, but also the more money that you'd make. But for newbies in crypto, it's not something I can recommend, because there's a very good chance you're going to wake up tomorrow and half your money is gone. Anyway, I've said this many times, I really think everything within the gaming part of crypto is going to do exceedingly well. And so, as one of the first coins I'd pick, to at least look into, I'd have to say Beam, because it has that connection, but also has what I often call the momentum factor, where you can see it today pumped like 40% within a day. I'm not saying, hey, go ahead and buy it right now. You can, of course, wait for some slightly better opportunity perhaps tomorrow. But I am saying something like Beam is definitely worth looking into, because at least it can do these type of moves, which means there's a pretty good community behind it, or at least some guys that can move that price. But that's good, because a lot of other coins in this list, they only go down. And that might change as the market picks up. Right now, we're still early in the bull market, but the fact that coins are already doing so well this early into the bull market puts them in a really good spot for further along in the bull market. As a number 2 coin, I'd pick Stacks. I've said this many times. I think we made a video a few weeks ago below $1 when I was really pushing it to the end, and that's because this coin, this ecosystem is so different than most other coins you'll find that it's definitely worth looking into. As it reads, Stacks is a Bitcoin layer for smart contracts. It enables smart contracts and decentralized applications to use Bitcoin as an asset and settle transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain. And you can kind of see it as a Bitcoin sort of layer 2. That's the easiest way I can describe it. And as I described before in my top BRC20 type of video, I think this whole ecosystem will do well. So it's definitely worth looking into, as I think a lot of progress will be made and the price is still relatively low. Now, unfortunately, some of the coins I'll be covering here have been doing really well today. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to know that when I make a video like this, I am not telling you that this coin is going to go up tomorrow or the day after. What we're talking about is some coins that I think will do extremely well over this bull run, but it's going to take another 16 or 18 or even 24 months for that to finish. So do not think that because the price is up too much and you're uncomfortable to buy, that there won't be another good opportunity perhaps within a few days. But still, even 30% gains, it's quite little in the grand scheme of things, because I honestly believe if you look back at this within a few months, it will at least have doubled. Again, just my opinion though. But this is also a coin I highly recommend you guys to look into staking for. And what I mean with that is you don't just hold this crypto on an exchange. You get yourself something like a 𝗕𝗓𝗓 wallet and go ahead and stake some Celestia, because that way you can potentially get yourself some future airdrops, which could be worth tens of thousands of dollars for absolutely free. So it's definitely worth looking into. Now, here's a little honorable mention. A coin that is interesting, that I get many requests about, and that is not something I've got a ton of money into, but there's some good potential. Let me explain. This token right here, FTT token, I want to tell you guys a fun story. I'm not saying, hey, go ahead and buy it. I am saying it's a coin to pay attention to, because FTX is a crypto exchange that failed and it went down and bankrupt, yada yada. There are talks of FTX relaunching, which is ultimately why this coin is still worth $1 billion. I will tell you right now that if that exchange relaunches, I'm not telling you the relaunch would do well or that many people would switch over to the exchange, but I am saying that FTT as a token will most likely have some extremely crazy days and perhaps can really do a 20, 30, or 40x within a few days. And so it's something at least looking into. Because if it doesn't relaunch, it's pretty worthless, I'm going to be honest with you. It's pretty stupid to have this coin. But if a relaunch does happen, this could be such a massive opportunity. And I at least wanted to quickly make that clear. Just like an honorable mention I wanted to quickly put in there. It's also funny when I'm looking back at this list right now and I notice I made a video last month talking about my top cryptos, but when I was doing that, Optimism was just at $1 something. You can see last month when we made the video, I think it was $1.80 or perhaps slightly lower. I think it was $1.80 though when I made that video, and now the price is already $3.60. And that's the power of the bull market. You're gonna look, and this is again the next coin on the list, you're gonna look at these prices and think, damn, that's high, or oh, it's up a lot already. But then once you realize this is bull market territory, you just have to realize the gains that are coming afterwards, not what already happened and how much you missed out on. A good example of that is Solana. Many people looked at Solana at $13 and thought, oh, that's cheap, but it's going to die, so I'll not buy. And then the price went up. It tripled, for example, let's say towards 40 bucks. And they thought, oh, that is way too high. It's way too expensive already. But over the last 2 months, the price tripled again from that point. And the point there being, it's still got a long journey to go to the prices where it was at previously, which I do believe Solana will get to. But the reason I won't put Solana in my top list here is not because I don't think it will do well. I honestly think Solana will do exceedingly well, but it's because it only has got a multiplier of, let's say, 4. All the other coins I mentioned before, I think could easily do a 10x, whereas with Solana, I'm not sure if it's going to easily go above $500 this next run or so. And I think 5x on my money is not enough for the bull run. So even though I got significant chunks of money into Solana, it's more so for people who are also happy to just hold Bitcoin, who are happy if their portfolio goes 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but not as nice for people who really want to turn their $1,000 into $100,000. No, for that, you're going to probably have to sit more lower towards the ranks, as a lot of these coins like MINA, for example, it's some crazy numbers, but it's just way harder to achieve the higher up in the ranks you go. And I'd say one coin I recommend people to look into, I'm debating about ever so slightly. There's a couple of good options, one of them being Tau, which is an extremely popular, extremely interesting AI crypto. And I always tell you, AI coins are definitely worth looking into and just stacking up on, because over the next year or two, they will do exceedingly well. This coin is up a lot over time already. Not as much as it's saying right here. This says it's up 200,000%, but don't mind those numbers. It's been doing well though. It's been definitely doing well. And it's nice that there's such a low max supply. At the end of the day, the max or total supply don't really matter because it just changes the price per token. But if, for example, instead of 21 million max, there was a 210 million max, all it would have done is put this comma or this period 1 to the left. But then obviously, if you had $1,000, instead of being able to buy 4 right now, you'd be able to buy 4T for the same amount of money. And that's why often I get confused when people say, oh, give me coins under $1, give me coins under a cent. Because it's only for people who do not understand anything about crypto that the price per coin matters. The price per coin matters relatively to its market cap, or relatively to the amount of supply there is. If there's a new coin and there are 1 billion units of it, right? That's the maximum supply, 1 billion. Or there's a coin of which there's only one. If that one coin was trading for $1 billion, or if those billion coins, let's call them coin B, are trading for $1 each, they'd still be worth exactly the same. So if you had $1,000 and you'd put it into coin A or coin B, you'd be in the exact same spot, except for the fact that for the one, you'll only be able to buy 1/1,000,000th of a coin, and in the other one, you'll be able to buy 1,000 coins, but you'll still have $1,000 worth of that coin. So at the end of the day, the price per unit doesn't necessarily matter. It's just for convenience sake. But I said I like a lower max supply because a lot of the coins nowadays make it easier for people put a very crazy high number up there. And just psychologically, I kind of like it when the number per coins are up higher. But it's different than with stocks where you can buy 0.001 cent worth of tau here. You don't have to buy the full one coin. Similarly with a Bitcoin, people often tell me, oh, I can't afford a Bitcoin. Doesn't matter. You can buy 1/100,000,000th of a Bitcoin. You don't have to buy a full one. Anyway, at the end there were a few cryptos I could have picked at my number 5 because at the end of the day, I just wanted to pick some AI type of crypto. I wanted to have a Bitcoin ecosystem, a gaming AI type of crypto in there. But there are so many good ones as I just believe those sectors will blow up. I've made specific videos on my channel though about some of the top coins per sector. And I've also made a video about which sectors I think will do well. You can find them all on my channel. But of course, I'll be back with some more crypto updates, some more coin updates, and some more cool things soon on the channel as well. So if you guys are interested in those, make sure you subscribe to the channel for future updates. And as I said, I'm rooting for you. And if you need anything, any help in any way, just comment down below with what type of tutorials you'd like to see next, and I'll get to it.